Welcome to Inside the Mind of a Hammermain. Now what you have to understand is Hammermains only know two things, R2 and hit head. So every hammer hunt starts with three things, slugger, defender, and your elemental resistances. Use the Dango ticket because you can't afford to not get the defenses, because I don't know the roll timings, and evade window doesn't help. Rule number 2, you're never allowed to skip this cutscene. It's a crime, and if you do it, Capcom will come to your house and steal your copy of the game. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Now that you've eaten and used the Dango ticket, you're guaranteed your resistances, but you missed Slugger because it was only at 90%. Now that you've made it to the monster, the first thing you want to do is pick up all the parts off the ground, jump, and then bonk. And you're going to roll out of the bonk and get hit by the scream you knew was coming and couldn't wait for. The next thing you're going to want to do is realize this monster flies, and then switch your toolbar to the first thing that's yellow that isn't flash pods, and then get it right this time. Now it's ready for all 0 times you'll use it this hunt. Now that you've spent the last 40 seconds of the fight charging R2s and rolling, you're able to hit your first charged up R2 since that initial bonk. You're going to keep the theme going by charging R2s and rolling, but this time you're going to get hit by the talons and realize you forgot to bring antidote against one of the only poison monsters. Now that Rathalos has finally landed, we can get some damage in, so these charged R2s are going to pay off, but we're only going to hit head once. Now we're going to see the tailspin come out here, R2 in between, even though we know there's a second one coming. Now again, we know Rathalos is coming back down here, so we're going to charge up our R2, and instead of swinging for tail and head and only getting one hit, we're going to aim directly for its leg and body, so that way we can only get gray numbers this time around. Now that the monster is flying again, start panic rolling and stop just in time to get hit by a fireball. Start charging up that R2 again, very low on stamina, doesn't matter, I have to charge it. Get hit by the second swing again, and panic. See the healing fruit, and just stand in it and hope nothing happens. Start charging up R2 in case he charges you, but he's leaving. Now that there's a break in the action, we can go back to camp and grab ourselves this antidote, which we can solely blame for our bad performance so far. Now on your way back to the monster, find yourself a boulder lizard. Now on a Twitch stream yesterday, you saw that you can use the kunai to get multiple hits, so line it up, use a wire bug instead of the kunai, and then line it up again and use the kunai for real this time. Hit it once, but only once because you miss every shot! Now we're back, 10 antidote and a dream. Nothing can stop us against this Rathalos, so we need to remember the scream from the first time. So we're going to jump, bonk, animation, cancel roll, and then roll the scream except way too early. And the Rathalos goes 2 for 2 on screams. And now instead of wasting 40 seconds, we're actually going to hit an R2. Then we're going to see Tailspin 1 come out here, try and get a hit in the middle, even though we've already been hit by Tailspin 2. As he runs away, I can't help but think head isn't on this side, so I use my wire bug, get lucky, and go over the top of Tailspin 1, see it was Tailspin, and roll out to dodge Tailspin 2. It's the first thing we've done this hunt that was actually pretty good, and it was done completely by accident. After charging up so many R2s, we're actually able to see an opening, hit both hits onto the head, and actually cancel a move. We're going to start charging it up again because that felt good, but we're going to get hit by the talons. But it doesn't matter, we've got antidote. If I can just find it in this tool, but okay. With Fire Breath coming out, we're able to find an opening with our R2s and get our first KO for our first real combo. We're going to push A bunch of times, and then what we're going to do is cancel the ending animation with a roll out, change stances on the way in to maximize charge, and then impact crater to finish it off. And this is the first thing that we've actually done right on purpose. Tailspin 1 comes out, we don't get hit by Tailspin 2, and we're even able to follow it up with a little bit more damage. The monster has now run to a new area of the map, and I am too hyper-focused on not getting hit by this next scream that I hit the bop, I roll out and get hit by a windbox, and didn't realize that I never sharpened on my way through. You can hear my disappointment in this sound here. But who needs it anyway? Because who needs hammers to be sharp, you know? What's the deal with that, huh? Have you ever seen anyone whiff for a full 10 seconds? Watch this. Whiff number 1 on a fully charged R2, roll out, charge it up again, whiff again, keep charging up. And actually, we're going to hit this one. We're actually going to hit him in the head. Now the Rathalos is leaving the area, and there's a couple important things to note. Number one, I'm sharpening my weapon. Way to go, Gib. Great job. Keep up the great work. Number two, there's an Anjanath in the area of the map that the Rathalos is going to. So my plan here is to get the mount on the Anjanath and then launch him into the Rathalos to get the double mount. I'm even going to pick up this wire bug right here so that I can get more wall slams for when I'm riding the Rathalos. However, I wasn't accounting for this big time suck that I haven't seen in Monster Hunter Rise yet, which is a turf war. I haven't seen it, but just like in World, the Rathalos is going to pick up this Anjanath and slam him into the ground while I yell, "World Star!" And I can't help but think, is this going to screw up my mount? And then while I'm trying to hit something, because I don't know what's going on, I'm going to get hit by a couple of fireballs and be lit on fire. I ride the Anjanath and go, I wonder if I'll be put out now that I'm on him. That makes sense. The answer is no, I won't be put out. So now I'm not going to check if the Rathalos is going to use any moves. I'm just going to use some of my own and hope it works out. Take a little bit of damage and waste some time. Now, slowly we are able to put some damage on, and I'm seeing these pieces on the ground. And instead of using the Mounted Punisher, I'm patient and launch myself into the Rathalos so that I can go and ride the Rathalos as a back-to-back. Now I'm going to throw some damage onto the Anjanath because free parts are free parts. I'm going to use the Fire Breath because it's been dealing damage to me and I'm angry, and I can go, haha, stupid Anjanath, who gets hit by Fire Breath even? You can see my big brain wire bug play from earlier fading right now because I'm taking way too much damage on both of the mounts here. However, I'm focusing on getting this Mounted Punisher gauge to fill up, and I finally do and use the Mounted Punisher instead of the wall slams. I'm actually kind of proud of this clip coming up. So I noticed that the monster is feeling exhausted. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to impact Crater using both of my wire bugs. We're going to get the KO on the way up, but both big hits are going to hit head anyway. So we roll in, and with the KO, we're going to hit our big bang. Now, normally we roll out and impact Crater again, but we don't have the wire bugs for it this time. So we're going to roll out full charge and be in a position to spin to win and get as many hits as possible on the way through. And then we're going to follow this up with a whiff. Now we're changing location one last time to where the turf war happened and where I forgot some parts on the ground. At this point, the rhythm's starting to feel pretty good, and I'm really happy about it. But I did notice that my weapon isn't sharp. I'm going, ooh, impact Crater, and then that sound. Now, when you're playing Hammer, when you miss hard, and here's what I mean. We're going to get a KO here, roll to cancel the end animation, and we're in a bad position because of the ledge, but we're going to get a big bang. And now, small brain Hammer main, I do the same combo every time. What we're going to do here is we're going to roll out full charge and impact Crater. But we only hit the 2 swings up for about 50 and miss the big ones instead of dealing 500. Now we did get hit with the claws right here, so we're going to hit an antidote. We see the claws come out again, and we're actually going to hit a heal right here as well. But the claws strike once more and get rid of half of the heal from that last Mega Potion. I'm now out of heals, so I'm going to start panicking here. I'm going full, I don't want to fight this monster mode anymore. We're scanning the top right for when that blue symbol comes out. You can see just how over it I was because I'm charging up this R2. There's no flash in the top right. I hit this R2, you see it go blue, and right away I'm swapping my tool to the shock trap because I don't think that I could survive the rest of this fight. Couple of trank bombs, and that's your average hammer hunt right there. If you liked the video, let me know. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you like. And if you want to see me stream, I stream at twitch.tv/gib_ca. The link will be down in the description. There's also a Discord you can join where we talk about Monster Hunter. We have a lot of friends who play all kinds of different weapons, so come hang out. And thanks again for watching. I'll see you.